Hey everyone, Harmony back with another queer history moment. I've done one video on the Dogwood Monarch Society, or the DMS, and these facts are just a continuation in talking about the DMS as well. They've elected new monarchs now, so I was like, yeah, I'll talk about that. So going back to the very beginning of the organization's roots, Ted North, I'll put a picture of him in drag up here. It's like black and white, and it's got, he's wearing a crown, like beautiful makeup, jewelry. Looks like he's sitting on kind of like a chair with a backdrop on the back of it, and then like a lacy black rhinestoney dress thing. Very beautiful. So in 1958, Ted North, who spelled his name with all lowercase letters, and a small group of protesters stood on the steps of the Vancouver Art Gallery that was back then Vancouver City's courthouse. North held a sign that said, "I am a human being," and he was dressed completely in drag. These protesters were quickly chased off the steps by police. Throughout the 1960s, North continued to attend protests wearing dresses. He organized a letter-writing campaign and supported the creation of numerous gay and lesbian organizations and events, including the Vancouver Pride Parade. In 1971, after being inspired by attending a ball in Portland, Oregon, he established the Mother Court of Canada in Vancouver, BC. I think I said this in my last fact, but I'll say it here as well. It is part of the International Imperial Court System, or IICS, one of the oldest and largest 2S LGBTQIA+ organizations in the world. Each chapter of the IICS is a non-profit organization with a mandate to raise funds for charity in its region. Each year during their coronation ball, the DMS Imperial Sovereign Court of the Dogwood Empire, the Mother Court of Canada, elects an Emperor and Empress of Vancouver. They've also in 2016 or 2018 first elected a non-binary monarch, Empress, and that was Continental Breakfast, who I also raved on about. And Ted North was the first Empress of Canada. Fast forward to 2011, at an event called the Q Ball, Ted North spoke. He said, "I watch with awe and pride as I see young men and women expressing themselves with little or no fear, having space where we as a community can marry, and even the simple act of holding hands or kissing in public. We have gained so much in what is truly such a short amount of time." And I'll put a picture of him up on the slide from the cue ball. He's in a red kind of jacket, looks kind of military-ish, but it's a red jacket with like yellow tassels and a yellow rope thing and a bunch of medals on it. So yeah, maybe it is a military uniform. Yellow, red, black, and accents, and several medals in the front. So, and I'm just reading from my script here. If you've watched more than one of my videos, I've said this, but I'll say it again just in case this is your first time here. I am disabled, and part of my disability is that I have fibromyalgia, and one small part of fibromyalgia, in addition to the chronic pain and fatigue and sleep stuff and mental health stuff, I also have something called brain fog, and it makes things like attention, concentration, memory. Oh my goodness, I have the worst memory, and I'm so sorry for everyone that has to deal with me forgetting things that they told me, even people's names that I've known for 10 years. Just sometimes my brain doesn't want to retain that information. It's too busy trying to manage all the symptoms inside of it. So what I'm reading from when I'm looking off this way is the script that I prepared. There's no way that I could say even one sentence of that by rote memory. So imagine when I'm looking at the screen that I'm trying to engage with you here. And thank you for watching my videos. So I try to hold space for that, for what Ted said. Canada has come a long way. No, it's not perfect, and there is still a lot of work to be done. But our history has shown me that we need to appreciate the battles that have been fought and the people behind those movements. Their history is a precursor to our story, and we are a continuation of theirs. So in 2016, the first non-binary person was elected. So in 2018, Continental Breakfast was the first Emprex of Canada, but there was a non-binary person elected to court prior to that. So a post from DMS Vancouver's Instagram account said, last night at Investor, we bestowed a brand new title to one of our most important community members. It is the first gender-neutral title in DMS history, and we bestowed it to Rose Butch, who shall be known as the Princette Royale for the 46th reign. We hope that whoever follows us will keep this important title as part of their future houses. Yes. Rose Butch is an amazing person, an amazing performer. They are not a drag queen or a drag king. Instead, they are a drag thing. And it was watching Rose Butch's drag that I first heard of the term drag thing. Every time I see Rose performed, I am filled with joy, laughter, and tears, sorrowful or happy. Their looks are amazing, and they are the nicest person. And I just want to do a couple of shameless plugs. So like, here's a bunch of images of Rose that I've been putting up. Sorry, there's too many of them to do image descriptions, but they can be found on Rose Butch's Instagram account. They were even featured on a CBC Arts. It's all available on YouTube. It's a YouTube series called Canada's a Drag. Here is a link to that series. There are a bunch of other artists that are part of that are phenomenal. So definitely follow that account. The write-up for that video is Vancouver's Rose Butch doesn't just push the boundaries of gender, they push the boundaries of drag itself. I guess the most immediate definition I can give is that I'm not a drag queen or drag king, but a self-styled drag thing. And that's a quote from Rose. Rose's introduction to drag was pre-RuPaul's Drag Race via a local show that prominently featured drag kings, which was initially what they wanted to do on stage. They go on, but I very quickly found that as a non-binary person, I wanted to be doing non-binary drag, even though there are many different ways to express masculinity and femininity through drag, to be clear, says Rose. Drag thing means stepping away from expectations and embracing an openness to any variety of gender expression, and it's been really exciting to see the term being used by folks stepping into the drag scene now. Absolutely, just phenomenal. And the Vancouver Queer Film Festival just wrapped up, but there was a series of shorts, The Coast is Queer, in which Rose Butch was featured as a person who was helping to teach a drag camp for youth at the Carousel Theater. So I'll put a bunch of details of that here. Hey, so here is a screenshot of the logo for the Carousel Theater, as well as a screenshot of their Instagram handle and page. It looks like the drag camp was part of summer programming. So follow Carousel Theater if you know any youths 12 to 17 that would enjoy this programming. And if you get a chance to see the 2024 Vancouver Film Festival short called Drag is for Everyone, it's produced by Love Intersections. I will put their social media information here, and I'm sure they'll post about it when they'll have another showing of it. So in the last moments of this moment, I'll just talk a little bit about the current reigning monarchs. So the reigning emperors this year are Emperor Papa Bear Kevin and Empress Chantal Lee. I'll put a picture of them up here. It's got Papa Bear standing beside Chantal wearing this very bedazzled collar of a long jacket and wearing the crown. And Chantal is sitting looking very regal in a blue sparkly dress with her crown as well. On the DMS website, they say, together with their team of volunteers, they serve the community as courtiers who assist in running the year's social and fundraising efforts. Importantly, each and every individual involved with the DMS donates 100% of their time so that as much money as possible can go directly to the charities, which this year are the Ribbon community, formerly known as AIDS Vancouver, and Out on Screen, that just wrapped up their queer film festival for the year. And I can talk about both of those organizations in another moment. Um, this year, the reigning monarchs will take a return back to timeless glamour. Their objective is to foster community connections, making sure that everyone, regardless of age, gender, identity, or expression, feels represented, seen, and heard with this year's motto, Peace, Love, and Inclusion. So check out the DMS website and their social media. I'll put it in the show notes, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.